EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Denver. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the Broncos getting the road victory. So they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. To throw is Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schmidt. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Judy. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down. Forbes. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Forbes. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, these two teams, they met up in Denver earlier this season with the Broncos winning that one. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Forbes. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 1st down, Forbes. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Forbes. And his throw here is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Forbes. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And room there to work it inside the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Forbes. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun. Forbes. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Off play action. Forbes. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Kylan Granson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll try and throw for it. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for two to tie the game, and it works out. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Wilson.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Now the try here for the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Here's a screen to Powell. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Watch that in. Watch that in, Tom. 4 down.
Here's Wilson. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They go play action with Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the pistol, they run with Peterson.
And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And complete into the hands of Fowler. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get him! 48 Mike.
Here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Over the middle, complete to Judy. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run with Peterson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Terry McLaurin. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Point after, right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Forbes. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and sneak it here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And his kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Back to throw. Forbes. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? After the interception, here's Wilson. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's done. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Forbes. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. At plays like this, that's exactly why you take a Kyle Pitts with a 4th overall pick. So exciting with the ball in his hands, and he showed it off there.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Peterson. Gets past one man. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
Well, the tide definitely seems to be turning in this 3rd quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
56 is the mic. Let's go, baby. Need turnover. Get that ball. Get that.
Again, Peterson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now it's Wilson. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now, because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They go play action here on 1st down. It's caught by Hooper. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, after the loss on 1st down, they're going to walk that line and understand they don't have to rush just yet, but time is still going to be a factor in the decision-making. Call your play. Make sure everyone knows what they're doing. You have to score a touchdown here. You've got to find a way to cash in.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. From the gun, Forbes. This is caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Raiders 36, Broncos 32.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Under 10, under 10.
On 2nd down now. It's Peterson. Oh, good move. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Now Peterson. Nifty move. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. On 2nd down, it's Peterson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They give it to Peterson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Next to the score, Broncos 39, Raiders 36.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A nice little juke. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 134 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. They run again on 1st down. Peterson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On 2nd down, Peterson.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Gets by him at the 25, and he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Schmidt. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They run. Peterson. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front.
We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They run again with Peterson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Broncos on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
2nd and 10.
To throw again. Forbes. He sets to fire deep. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, it's a good fifth win for them as they play out the string. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.